Hello, it's Scott Manley here, and today I'm going to be following up with my asteroid problem, my killer asteroid episode, and for that we actually need a killer asteroid. So this whole episode is going to be about the behind the scenes work that you sometimes have to do when you're putting together videos. Now, if I go to create an object, create a new target, I have the asteroids here. These are the DirectTech asteroids, and I can just add them. Unfortunately, they are so ginormously huge, they are not visible inside the vehicle assembly building, regardless of what angle I try to take. They're just too darn large, right? But we can, in fact, launch this thing. So, let's take a look outside, and I'll show you what it looks like. Look, it's invisible. It's a giant invisible asteroid, which will of course make it much harder for asteroid hunters to find. Just kidding, you just have to pull the camera back far enough. Now of course this thing is just kind of wobbling around. I guess it starts, it's because one corner starts on the launch tower there. It's just kind of pirouetting there on its thing. I don't know. It has no crew, I guess, to start with. Control from here, that'll really work. And now it's rolling on top of the tracking station. This is a different vision I had for asteroid destruction. So anyway, what we want to do is put this thing on an orbit which intersects the planet Kerbin at some point. So let's show you how I do it. Now I actually want to have a decent head start, right? So if I go to the vehicle assembly building again, and what I'm going to do is create a new rocket, and we're going to use cheats for this. Yeah, I know, cheats. It's very, it's how it's done. Let's take a little space probe, and we'll put. Actually, let's not take that space probe. No. Let's take the flatter, squarer one. We'll stick like a little RTG in the front so we don't lose power. Where in God's name is my RTG? Then we need a little bit of fuel, don't we? Right? So we can take the Oscar, that's a good one. And since we're going to be using infinite fuel and we want to get places quickly, why don't we use the mainsail? That'll work really well. Okay, so this is good. We're going to use to fly out and get ourselves in orbit, right? So I'm going to save this and launch. And so here we go. Now it says current time is 1 year, 1 day, 133. 1 year, day, 133. Now, what I'm going to do is save this, and you see the quick saving happens in the corner. And I'm going to look in my save file, saves asteroid, and we're going to edit the quick save. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to run time forwards to when roughly we want the asteroid impact to happen. You see that universal time says 1144 whatever. Okay, but to add like 3 years of time, we need to add 300 million to if we add like 10 years of time, sorry, we need about 300 million or thereabouts. So let's see, that's 11 million. Let's make it 311. That should put us a decent amount of time in the future. All we're doing is editing the universal time. So I save that, and everything else should just be the same. But when I reload this, you will see now that we have travelled 10 years into the future. Ta-da! Excellent. So now we want to put ourselves into, we want to launch from the planet and put ourselves roughly where we want the asteroid to come from. Now I specifically put my asteroid detection telescope interior to the planet Kerbin because I wanted it to be able to see asteroids coming out of the sun. So I am actually going to launch it here, roughly straight up, and then in a northern angle. There's my the Sentinel project all the way out there doing its job, and I'm of course going to give it a job to do. So let's fire this thing up. Ready? Oh shoot, yes, F12, Alt, F12, yes. Infinite fuel, gotta turn that on. That would be kind of embarrassing. Resume flight. There we go, excellent. And so actually we want to get northwards a little as well, right? So I'm going to take a 45-degree trajectory and just hold that. Look at this, we're totally going to get like, we're getting the Mach spikes here, but we're going to go and get re-entry effects on the way out. We don't need this for now. Let's close this away. Look at that. Excellent. 800, 900. It's mostly the atmosphere that's getting in the way. Look at that thing. I think we would die using deadly re-entry on the way out here. We're accelerating at more than 10 Gs now with this. Ah, the power of the mainsail and the tiny mass of, well, nothing much else, really. So we just need to get up to somewhere around escape. Oh, not even going 100%. What a waste. I totally wasted that there. Okay, we should be going now. And that's us. We're escaping. So just want to make sure that we actually escape Kerbin's atmosphere. Let's bring this up. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And yes, okay. So now we want to time accelerate until we leave the sphere of influence. And then what we're going to do is turn around and go right back the way we came. So actually, can I set... oh no, I don't want to add maneuver. Can I need to target Kerbin. Never mind. We'll target it soon enough. That's us. Okay, we're now out of Kerbin's influence. Now what we want to do is turn around, and we want to target this damn thing, but it won't let me. Why don't you let me? Oh, of course, yes, I've got this thing here. Can I target planets? Can I search for Kerbin here? No, that's not going to work, is it? That's really not helpful at all, is it? I could see what else I've got matching this. I have Sentinel, Sentinel debris, orbiting Kerbin, orbiting the Sun. Let's target this. Target. No? Orbit, orbit, target. Oh, look, excellent. So it shows that the target is moving that way? That doesn't make any sense. In fact, target is... Oh, I still get time acceleration on it. It says the target is moving at 9 kilometers per second. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, try and target Kerbin again. No. Apparently, having the haystack plugin has broken this. I can't target Kerbin, so I'm going to have to just totally turn around and do this manually. Where are we? Where is... I guess we'll just follow this thing. Point it towards Kerbin. This could take a while. And Kerbin's there, apparently. But I can't see it. Let's just accelerate in that direction and see what happens. Very quickly! Oh my goodness. This thing does not turn. It turns far too quickly. How come I'm going 10 kilometers per second? That makes no sense at all. Okay, let's do that. Let's try and kill my velocity relative to the planet Kerbin. I see it, actually, I do see it flickering there. That should maybe... How is that doing? Where's that sending us? Oh, look, we're going to have an interaction with Kerbin. We basically turned our trajectory around. This target velocity is completely bogus. Okay, so I need to kind of tweak this and figure out what way brings the velocity down. That's good. Maybe this way a little? So this is largely guesswork, especially since the indicator appears to be completely bogus. Let's try going that way a little until we get down to 0. 70. Oh, no. 17, 15, 14. We want to get this squarely in the middle. You can, of course, change the patched conics mechanism to... Oh, there, we've got that too much. Now, let's try burning in this vector. So one easy way is to just keep hitting the 90-degree vectors until your distance gets down to 0. It's not the most efficient, but it will ultimately guarantee you a solution, providing you kind of cycle through them one at a time. And so now what we're setting ourselves up for is an encounter, and therefore impact, with Kerbin, roughly 10 years in the future. So we've left Kerbin's sphere of influence and we're coming back into it. 9, 2, oh, now let's try going this way now. You see, we're kind of squeezing past it. Let's go this way, see what happens. Yes, you see? Distance, see how I'm hitting the points, the principal directions on the nav ball. And eventually I'm starting to hit things. Now, Try to get a little closer. Yes. Oh, there. That's pretty close. Now, let's try the north principle again. And see if that... We want this thing to curve as much as possible. Nope, that's curving less. So let's go the other way. We want to get this as close to the center of the kerbin as possible, which means we want the thing to tighten as much as possible, but there's no feedback once we're inside like that. Look at that there. Ooh, pretty neat there, huh? Okay. Nice. Oh, hey, that's pretty good. I think that's reasonable. Actually, that's a pretty good gravity assist there, I'll bet you. Look. Oh crap, is that what we've got as our input orbit? Hold on. Wow, this will put us onto a if this actually encountered kerbin, it would put us on a crazy gravity assist that would kick us way out there. But that's not what we're doing here. We're going to save this now. So I hit F5. Now, what I have to do is go back and open this file again. Open the save file. So edit the quick save. Now remember we added a 3 on the front? We can get rid of that 3, and that puts us 10 years into the past. So if I save this and then hit reload, where are we? We are now on whatever orbit we're on. Which orbit are we on? There. So we're on an inclined orbit that encounters the planet Kerbin. Apparently we'll encounter it in the 10 years into the future. Right there. Now the main question is, will it encounter it before that? Also, there's a separate problem that as soon as you have loaded this object, it has adjusted the orbit because it converts the orbital elements into rectilinear elements. That is, it converts it into regular unity coordinates, and then when you save it, it converts it back. So that conversion process causes precision loss at each stage. So it's good to go into the file, and there's an active ship entry, I think. There was an active vessel number 3, so I can make that active vessel number 2, for example, right? Save that. And if I now reload it, reload it, we are now controlling the Sentinel, I think, or at least we're controlling some degree of it. What have we got here? Oh yeah, no, we're controlling the Sentinel upper stage. Point is, we're not touching the asteroid, which has got this icon, and it's gonna, if I accelerate time now, we can see it. Actually, I wonder if I can I change the focus of this? Focus Kerbin. We'll focus on Kerbin. Or we'll focus on Kerbal. And we'll do Ike, Jewel, Lathville, Paul, Draz, Elo, Sun. That's us going as fast as we can. So unfortunately doing 10 years like this will take a really long time. But you get the idea that eventually this will run forwards. And hopefully the only time when this happens is on the predicted encounter time. So it can be a good idea to let this thing run forwards for the whole 10 years or whatever to make sure that you don't actually have an encounter. That's going to take an hour, so I'm not going to do that here. Anyway, next we need to do some more save file editing, so let's bring up the save file. Here we are. Here is our untitled spacecraft that is our proxy for being a giant killer asteroid. This part here, your orbital elements, those make sure that it will eventually encounter the Earth, or encounter the planet Kerbin. So, what we need to do now is substitute our fake spaceship with the asteroid, right? Now, if we quit back to the Space Center, we can now launch our asteroid, so to speak, save, and once we've saved it, we can substitute in the file. So we create a new one. We're going to go here, asteroid, launch, and we immediately want to save. Immediately, because if this thing starts rolling, we're screwed, basically. Then, hack gravity. Hack. Oh, pause on vessel unpack. Quick saving. There, I got the quick save by using the pause on vessel unpack. That is my cunning plan. And I need to reopen the quick save. I should close the other one, reopen my quick save, edit. So now if you look down the bottom, there is actually untitled spacecraft. So we shall call this, what should we call it? Damocles, for the sword that hung over the head of the king that was trying to demonstrate his, coolness or whatever. We'll take this, and now we've got to go back and find our little test spacecraft. We've got to copy the orbit section, right? In fact, we can copy the whole thing here, right? Type, etc., etc. Now go back. We want to replace everything up to the name. Press. Right, that's us. Save that, and we probably want to nuke this vessel now, so we're just going to take that vessel out completely. We don't need it anymore. We could probably put it somewhere else. I mean, you could actually, one great idea is to just take your untitled spacecraft that's in orbit and see the mean anomaly, adjust this by, adjust this in the fourth significant figure, let's say. We can save that. And that way we can actually see where it is and we can fly near it. So we've got that. We want to make sure that our active vessel is a sane one. So let's switch it back to number 2 this time. Save. Now if we hold F9. So yes, here we are. We have control of our space thingy again. We don't care about that. The point is we don't want to load the models, which are, because that will adjust the orbit ever so slightly. We can go to here. We can search. Dam is not visible. Damocles. No, you're not making yourself visible. That's really helpful. Damocles, you're there, but apparently you're not searchable. Haystack, you have failed me for the last time. Okay, fly. And here we have giant asteroid. There we go, giant asteroid orbiting the sun, being horrible and threatening to the planet Kerbin. One day it shall strike, and then the inhabitants of Kerbin will be sorry they ever dared to diss asteroids. Hey, diss asteroids. It sounds like a disaster, eh? Actually, apparently the term disaster comes from the term bad star. Dis and aster for asterism. Yeah. What am I looking for? I'm looking to go and find untitled spacecraft, which is really helpful. Let's fly this one. That's our thing. Let's see if we can fly towards Damocles. We'll target it. And what we want to do is, we're going to mouse over this. It says it's 1,000 kilometers away. So switch yourself to target mode. We're going to aim at it. Oof, look at that. Just even turning. See how the turning adjusts the orbit because they're so tightly matched that any tiny errors basically get amplified. Look, we're going to take a couple of 100 meters per second relative to it. Oh, yeah. Wait a second. Is my distance decreasing? Yeah, my distance is decreasing, but my close encounter is moving. So we're just running time. We can actually see it in space, and then we can crash our spacecraft into it, and yeah, hypothetically, we might even save the planet Kerbin, right? We're not going to do that because we have the save file, right? We don't need to do that. We now have our save file. We can delete this from the save file. I just want to get close to it and see it, in all scary form or whatever. 400, 300. Don't want to go too fast. I'm probably going to miss this thing horribly. As long as I get within 100 meters, 100 kilometers, I can at least see it and start to trim my orbit a little. There we go. So, what we want to do, 70 kilometers out, 3 kilometers per second. We probably want to adjust this. Get the reverse vector over it. Ahahaha. 65 kilometers. Let's go a little faster. Or let's go time accelerate again. 2, 1, 60. 4, 3, 2, oh, near. Let's slow down now. 9,000 meters. Okay, now I probably should kill my velocity. Oh, look there, it's loaded. Excellent. So we can actually see this thing. That's of course because I have the ROMfarer plugin. Even although I can't actually adjust the load distance anymore because there's some bug which I have yet to fix. That's fine because I want to see this thing from a long way away. Okay, let me adjust things a little. There, we're totally on a collision course with this now. We don't want to do that. We want to fly past it. There, 100 meters per second. Oh, wait, it went! Where'd it go? Oh, that's weird. Is that a legit thing? That is not something I was aware of. Okay, let me go and kill some velocity again. Kill my velocity. I said kill my velocity. Bring me in closely by killing my velocity. There, look at that. We're gonna fall into this thing, and it will probably destroy us on contact. Let's see what will happen. I'll slow myself right down for impact. Of course, the real idea is that now we have this save file. We can take this save file and we can run the rest of our imaginary asteroid mission. We can say that we are headed to, you know, protect it. We have a couple of things. We're not going to protect it. We're going to send up a space probe first to analyze it, and then we'll come up with ways to, you know, protect the planet Kerbin from its influence. There we go. 6 meters per second. Surely it won't destroy us at that. Of course it will. 500 meter asteroid, of course, is 250 meters radius, so I'm perhaps approaching this a little... Oh, wow. Wait, what the deuce? That's what time acceleration does. Notice it's now just shifted 2 kilometers almost. Yes. There, look at that. That is loading error. This is why you can never... This is why you shouldn't actually load the object, because you will mess it up. By moving this thing 2 kilometers... yes, I think there's some error in their coordinate conversion. Okay, never mind. Let's just crash into this thing. Ah, no! I'm not deep impact! I'm not deep impact! Crash! Oh, look at that! I totally smashed off it. Wow, that totally... I don't have Unbreakable set. Wait a second. Okay, I need to actually crash into this thing. Okay. That's pretty cool, actually, because previously I've built asteroids, and what happens is they have no moment of inertia, so as soon as you touch them, they start spinning like a crazy thing. This one is doing the right thing, so I'm actually quite happy. I wonder if I can replace this with the planetoid model. There we go. 34 meters per second. Let's try and bump into it again. I'll maybe turn around. Good thing we have the... Good thing we have... Okay, let's bring it down really slowly. 20 meters, 50 meters. This time I will not make the mistake of loading it or using time acceleration near it, because that will just ruin... Oh, there we go. Yeah, it totally bounced off. Okay, I gotta hit this at some speed now. Right, turn around. Now I shall ram you with all my ramming power to see if I can destroy you. That would be good actually if I can't destroy you. Smash! Okay, apparently... Good. Wait, where the hell did it go? Oh, look, I lost... Oh, I lost my thing. What happened? Damocles was damaged. Wait, why was anyone killed? Oh, look, I destroyed it with my nuclear-tipped warhead. That is my radiothermal generator. Okay, point is, I can reload this save now. And I have my test spacecraft. I can switch to Untitled. No, Untitled. No, you're not going to work, are you? Screw you. Screw you. Damn. Nope. Oh, there. I don't know. It seems to take a long time to... Because I can get to it. now that we know this thing is in the correct orbit, I can just, end flight. And I'm done, right? Let's go to the tracking station. Now, we have the quick save file, right? And what we want to do, actually, is copy that, paste a copy of that, and rename it to persistent. We'll get rid of the existing persistence file, delete, and we'll make it persistence. And now we've done that, we've basically made our universe a copy of the save file. So it will have an asteroid in it which will impact the planet Kerbin in about 10 years' time, or at least 10 Earth years. And of course, to prove it, I shall run time forwards. This is of course running way faster than normal, but yes, look, you see it coming around the back there. The planet Kerbin will align on this next pass. And when it does, we'll get an encounter. Now, I'm not running as the object until the last minute because of the transformation problems, right? But now it's there. I'm going to switch to Damocles. And sure enough, I can't see it because I'm inside the object. But there I am, yes. Now if we cut to the map, look, we can actually see it will in fact encounter the planet Kerbin, which means that it's just a little more time acceleration to cross this sphere of influence and find ourselves being attracted by the planet Kerbin's gravity, pulling us inexorably closer to our destiny with the surface. There, first the atmosphere, then the lithosphere, then, well, I don't know what else. But seriously, look, we're heading down to the planet. It has worked. We're probably going to collide near the northern hemisphere. You can tweak this a lot, but just remember that as soon as you load the model, things will change course and it may not end up where you want it. Anyway, you can of course now use this to go off and make your own thing. Maybe you don't want an asteroid, maybe you want a dead spacecraft which is going to hurtle towards the planet Kerbin and you want to intercept it in space. Maybe you want to, I don't know, maybe you want to have Rama just fly by the planet Kerbin. Regardless, this is how you do it. Or I will make the save file for this available if you want. But yeah, enjoy this. Also note that the asteroids don't impact particularly hard. Regardless, I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.